Hi, Warrior. It's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior. Today, we are taking a mount ride down to the Badlands. And the last episode, we just got our mount. So, this is why we're heading down to the Badlands. It's a long journey, so it's good that we have this 60% speed mount to help us get there a little bit faster. I hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing pretty good. My favorite Star Wars show just released, Andor. It was my favorite out of all of the ones I've watched. I haven't watched them all. I've seen all of The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, the Boba Fett show. I believe that's it. And Andor was my favorite by far. Not even close. So I'm happy that they're bringing out a season 2 for it. Looking forward to that. I haven't really paid attention to Disney in a while. I kind of stopped watching when Ahsoka came out, and that was a year or two ago. I haven't seen Ahsoka, the Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, all that stuff. Might be good. I didn't watch any of the animated ones either, like The Bad Batch. But I did enjoy Andor. So we'll see how that goes. I won't talk about the show or any spoilers, just in case somebody wants to start from season 1. But I recommend it. And I have find minerals up just in case you see some minerals along the way. We need to level up our mining a little bit. I'm trying to get to 200 at least so we can continue leveling up engineering. We're really close to advanced target dummy. The only problem is we don't have enough heavy leather to craft it. We need one more. And I was hoping when the Dark Moon Fair was up that I was going to be able to buy some off of Lara, but it looks like she was sold out. Somebody beat me to it. So we'll have to stick with the target dummies for now. Still worth it to level up engineering, even if we can't make the advanced target dummy. There's still, grenades we can make and stuff like that. We have to be careful. Making our way to the Badlands, we will be going through Alliance territory. So if we could run into some Alliance NPCs and get wrecked. Try to stay away from, Ironforge and Menethil Harbor. Forget the name of the town in Lochmadam. We'll try to stay away from that as well. Then we should be alright. The goal is to get to Kargath, guys. That is the goal today. And then we'll never have to do this trip again. We can just fly down. And we will be doing some questing down in the Badlands for a little bit. And the Nintendo Switch 2, supposedly the price will remain $450 US despite the tariffs. But accessories will supposedly experience price adjustments. I wonder if that includes games. That wouldn't make sense though if it included games. Most games are, digital copies these days. The PlayStation 5 Pro that I got was the first ever digital console that I bought where it doesn't have a disc drive. I thought that was kind of weird. But that's common now. I think a lot of PCs are probably like that too, right? They probably don't. The heck is that guy? Level 20 civilian. His name's Civilian Einar Stonegrip. But yeah, that seems to be common even with PCs. Like, I don't think my new PC will have a disk drive either. I have been working on a new PC. Recently got all the parts for it. But I'm in the process of building it. And I'm trying to keep these videos going as well while we're trying to build it. I don't think I can get to that. Wonder if it's just up here. This iron deposit. No, it's a little further up. It's too bad. Yeah, I got a pretty good PC, guys. I got a 5070 Ti. I think it's called a Gigabyte Gaming Overclock card. Pretty expensive. But I wanted to make sure that I got a card that could get me into 4K gaming. And that's pretty much the cheapest one you can get. I was thinking about the 9070 XT from AMD, but I just was like, you know what, the 5070 Ti is a better card. I'm just going to go with that. I've gone with NVIDIA my whole life, man, so it's hard for me to switch. The thing is, none of them are selling at MSRP, right? So, like, if the card's a card that people want, it doesn't sell at MSRP. Like the 5070 and all those other cards, 9070 X 9070, those pretty much sell it at MSRP. So this is done all gas. I hope does this bring us to this brings us to Lockwood, pretty sure. So I got that. I got an AMD processor, 9800 X3D. And I wanted to make this PC sort of future-proof just in case I wanted to get a better video card in the future. Or video card prices, you know, go down. I wanted to make sure that I could get another video card and it would be able to handle it. I got a 1000-watt power supply. I think it's called like Be Quiet. All this stuff, all these parts are in my house right now. I just need to install them all. I'll tell you guys what I got. I use PC Part Picker to help me build it, just to help me figure it out. And I did look at pre-builds, and I just couldn't see the point. Okay, the Mountaineer's only level 30. I didn't really see the point in spending $400 extra than what I'm paying right now for them. And this was the cheapest one I could find that I was willing to buy. I had to pay $400 extra, and the parts are worse. Like the processor's the same, and the video card's, you know, pretty much the same. They didn't, but everything like the power supply is worse, and the other stuff is just worse. And that's the problem with buying pre-build, right? They kind of, damn it, scared the crap out of me. Good thing these are all level 30. But yeah, pre-builds, they kind of they chintz you on like the RAM and stuff like that, and the stuff like the power supply and stuff like that. The case is another thing too. It'll give you like a case that isn't that great. That's the cool thing about building it yourself is you get to pick what you want to put in. Like you can also do that at stores. You can pick all of your stuff and bring it to a store and ask them to build it for you, and that'll cost you like, you know, $150 to $200. But yeah, I just didn't want to do that. It's nice to know like how to fix your computer too, just in case anything goes wrong. And if you built it, you would know, right? So yeah, I got a Be Quiet Pure power 1000 watt. Go 80 gold certified power supply. Pretty good power supply. I didn't really need 1000 watts. I could have been fine with an 850 or probably even a 750. Getting a little too close to town here. Gotta go around. Gotta take the long way. Going around the lake. Yeah, I could have got a less powerful power supply, but the thing is, if you want to get those, 5090 cards eventually, or 4090 that really juice a lot of power, you do need 1000 watt power supply, I think. The case I got was a Lian Li Landcool 207 ATX mid-tower case. Supposedly it's a pretty good case. Rated from the research I did, people said it was really good for just keeping your PC cool. That's the main thing about a case. So I got that. I got the Thermalite Aqua Elite liquid CPU cooler. I went kind of cheap on the cooler, but it's a standard cooler, right? I didn't really go for like the really expensive stuff. Can we walk through here and be fine? Level 19. Yeah, I think we can go by. Just want to run into anything and get wrecked. So yeah, our Thermalite Aqua Elite V3 cooler. Should be fine. Let's keep running. Hopefully don't get netted. Killed. If we do, we can always just jump down here and be safe. For storage, I got a Western Digital 2 terabyte SSD. Internal SSD. Pretty good. It was between that or the Samsung SSD. So I spent a little bit more on that than what the pre-build was going to do. I thought the SSD, a little bit faster from a better brand was more important to me. Especially since I'm making videos, right? Like I do store up a lot of memory pretty damn fast, and I'm always like transferring files from one PC to another. I have another like Mac that I, render videos on. And so I'm transferring files quite a bit. So having a pretty fast SSD to transfer files quickly, it helps a bit. It saves you like a few seconds here and there. It adds up. For memory, I got Patriot Viper Venom 32 gigabyte, 216 gigabyte RAM sticks, DDR5 6000. I just picked the cheapest ones I could find. I think they're all pretty good, so I just kind of went cheap on the... Not cheap, like they're good. It's good RAM. It's just, I didn't think I needed to spend more than on RAM. So I just took the RAM that was selling at the best price. And then the motherboard I got was an Ace. This is another thing that I kind of got better than the pre-built. I got an Asus TUF Gaming B850 plus Wi-Fi ATX AM5 motherboard. The pre-built I was looking at that was charging me $400 more was it would be a B650. So I spent a little bit more on the motherboard and the power supply and also the storage, the SSD, and also the case. But I went a little bit cheap on the CPU cooler and the memory. And I saved around $400, but I got to build it, right? So there's that. I guess that's the price of not buying pre-built. I wouldn't recommend pre-built. If you're going to get your PC built, I'd say just like do a little bit of research, pick your own parts, and then just send it to a computer place and they'll build it for you for like $150, $200. All right, so we made it to the Badlands in one piece. There's Uldaman right there. Yeah, I'm still on the old PC right now. But I'm looking forward to getting this all set up. I'm not the best, like, PC builder. Like, the last time I built my last PC was, like, 7 years ago, so I'm rusty. But, shouldn't be. There's so much information nowadays and guides as well that you can build it yourself if you just take your time. Yeah, hopefully the video quality gets better. I don't think it'll be much better for WoW, right? I think I'm already playing this game on max settings. Especially for classic WoW. The quality will probably look the same, but the cool thing is I'll be able to start playing just 4K games or AAA titles, right? And they should look pretty good. Because my current PC couldn't play Cyberpunk or games like that at all. Like, they could, but it just wouldn't look good. It wouldn't be I guess you could say a good experience. Or the experience that I'm looking for. And then I have to get a monitor. I have like a 1080p monitor here. So I'd have to buy a 4K monitor. And that'll probably be the last thing I go for. And then we'll be set for a long time. I think somebody just mined that. No? Okay, good. So we'll be able to get iron here. That is good. Yeah, I'm hoping this PC lasts me like till 2030 at least. And it's always good to wait, you know. I don't think I really bought it a good time, to be honest. Video cards are kind of not selling at MSRP, but the thing is, they haven't been selling at MSRP for like 4 years. You know, like the cards people are really trying to get, like you can get like an entry level card or 8 gigabyte VRAM card at MSRP, but all of the other cards, like if you're trying to get like a card that can 4K game, they're all like jacked up. And if you wanted to get one, you'd have to buy them during the launch when they first came out at MSRP. And from Nvidia, like, you know, the ones from Nvidia, you would have had to jump on those, but those get sold out so fast. There's people botting to buy them. Here we are in Kargath.
Where would you like to fly to?
Badlands reagent run. Broken alliances, is that
From
it?
the Horde's alliance with the Dragon Deathwing during the
Boss
Second
Throgan.
War, we know that 2 of his lieutenants, Blacklash and Hematus, were imprisoned within Lethlor Ravine far
Now
to
I
the
don't
east.
have a lot
We
of
must silence our
quest
depraved
space, so we're gonna do we'll do these. We'll do the Coyote one. Isn't there another one? Badlands reagent run I want to do, and then probably the Coyote quest. I'll have to get rid. Black Shield? Yeah, that's got to go.
Elomon.
Yeah, we'll just focus on those two. I don't know what other quests I want to get rid of. Maybe these STV ones, like Panther Mastery and Raptor Mastery. We have to slay Tathus and Bagthera. Yeah, these can go. Maybe we could actually pick up a few here. Since we're here, we want to should try to get as many as we can. Just in case, you know, This quest right here is kind of rough. Broken Alliances. Killing Boss Thorgrim. He's like an ogre who patrols around the Badlands. You have to watch out for him. There's a huge group of ogres just walk around.
I am a warrior of the Horde, adventurer. It fills me with rage to know that our enemies sit in a fortress, less than a day's ride from Kargath, plotting against us. How I long to break free from the bonds of duty and destroy them all in the name of the war chief. Alas, we all have roles we must fulfill. I have no time for interruptions.
Have you spent many days in the Badlands, adventurer? Have you felt its heat? Have you faced the beasts that wander its dusty plains? It's time you did. Craig coyotes are a tough breed. Tough and bold enough to creep into Kargath and steal from our food supplies. Help rid the outpost of these thieves. Hunt crag coyotes, adventurer. Hunt them and bring me their jawbones. Bring me enough, and maybe I'll believe it when you say you know the Badlands. I wrote a fresh report for Helgrim and Stonnard. Bring it to him, and if you consider yourself an outrunner, then don't lose your way, or fall to an enemy.
From the Horde's alliance with the Dragon Deathwing during the Second War,
Deathwing,
we know that 2 of his lieutenants, Blacklash and Hematus, were imprisoned within Lethlor Ravine far to the east. We must silence our depraved allies of old to restore honor to the Horde. We hired Thorgrim and his band of ogre mercenaries to help us obtain the Sign of the Earth, a key needed to unlock the Drake's prison. Thorgrim betrayed us, though, overwhelming us and taking it for himself. Go to Camp Boff and take it back.
All right, so we'll make this place
our own. If we are to make these new lands ours, then we must have places to rest our battle-weary bodies. Lay your axe by the fire and share the stories of your mighty battles.
Is there any mages here? Also, Kargath is like used to be a really popular spot on Faralina because of how close it is to Blackrock Mountain. I assume it's probably pretty popular on Nightslayer. A lot of players set their hearth here, and then a bunch of mages sell ports to people for, you know, hordes that want to travel around Azeroth fast. So this becomes like your main hearth, and then you just pay mages if you ever want to go to Orgrimmar, Undercity, or Thunderbluff. But I'm surprised there's like no mages there, because we don't really have much to do with our gold anymore other than buying, you know, abilities. So maybe we could buy a port and get out of here. If we want to, right? So we need rock elemental shards. I guess we'll focus on this quest for now. We'll quest here for a bit. But yeah, the 5090 price is insane. Good luck getting one. That's another thing too. They're like $4,000, 35. Some maybe you'll get one for like 3,500, but they're like $4,000 right now. I remember paying attention to them when they were just launching. They were selling for 2,800 Canadian, and I had one in my cart, but I lost it. I didn't know if I was going to buy it because it's just ridiculous to spend $2,800 on a video card. But the thing is, if you're going to get a card like that, the best time to get it is the day it comes out. Because after that, it just shoots up another like $1,000. And it's an amazing card. The 5090, like, yeah, it's been, you heard of issues of it burning up and stuff. Some of them. But it's the ultimate 4K card. Like, if you want a 4K game, you can do that with path tracing and ray tracing easily with the 5090, and you don't even need the upscaling from NVIDIA. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Screw that warlock, dude. All right, let's get this. Let's get this mithril. Can't get mithril, I don't think. Probably can't. We'll head over here, though. They're a little bit tougher up here, though. The stronger rock elementals are here, but I think we'll be okay. Iron deposit over there. That's good. There's a lot here. I thought that warlock, the reason why he was, trying to get that elemental so bad is because this whole place is probably like getting farmed. But I guess that's not the case. It's a lot of ore to go around. I only need 2 more shards here. And there's the warlock. Can I mine this? Just want to see what the level is you need. 175, we're so close. Just sending his pet everywhere, man. This guy's brutal. I'm gonna build up rage here. We could pull like 2 if we wanted. Be fine. Good place to farm solid stone and elemental ore. It's elemental earth, I mean. Usually sells for a decent amount in the auction house. It makes greater nature resist potions. It's not that much here because I guess not a lot of people are doing AQ40 at the moment. Alright, it's not even out yet. But eventually when it's out, people will be farming these and selling them to make greater nature resist pots. On Night Slayer, they're like 250 to like 3 gold each. And I think it's because, guilds are stashing them and buying them up in preparation for AQ40, right? If you're in a guild that's pretty good and just, invests their gold into future phases, then they'll most likely buy up, resist pots and stuff like that your raiders would need for AQ40. Now they can't feed everybody every week, like great natures as pots, but the guild could sell them at a cheaper price. I think that's the best thing for a guild to do, because the guild will just go broke if they just, give greater nature resist pots out every week. It's hard enough as it is to afford the flasks, right? Like the Titan's flasks and all that you want your tank to have. That's like, I don't know, 1,000 gold per raid. I think that's the only thing my guild would give out was Titan's flasks to some tanks, and that's it. I think we gave out some other stuff as well, if somebody forgot, but that was about it. Just think about it, 1,000 gold every raid it's kind of insane. All right, so all the elementals are dead here. Me and the warlock. Taking them all down. We just need one more elemental shard. I hope we can get that soon. There we go. We got it. Perfect. Now we just need a buzzard gizzards. There's some right here. Gotta watch out here. Kind of stacked up. This is a great place to be a mage. Came here on my mage a couple times and just grouped up all these buzzards and just AoE'd them down with Blizzard. It's always at these, like, giant, big carcasses they hang around, right? They're vultures, so they like hanging around big carcasses like that. Yeah, we should do all right here. I think I should have probably picked up another quest while we do this one. It's like a wing quest or whatever, barbecued buzzard wings. We should probably pick that up before we farm these gizzards. There we go, we got one. We also have a debuff. Affected wound, physical damage taken is increased by 9. And we'll be slaying crag coyotes for for a long time. The quest will take quite a while to do. But we'll get a few mining levels, which is good. Need to get it up to 175. That'll get us to Mithril, and then once we're at Mithril, we're good for a while. Until we hit 50. And then we'll want it a bit higher. Probably like 225. This is where the Sign of Earth is down here. So this is where that ogre patrols. He walks all the way around here. So you need to watch out for him. Yeah, it's awesome having a mount. Changes the game quite a bit. This is a slow mount. Looking forward to getting the epic mount and the mage. I think I'm a quarter of a way in. We have like 250 gold at the moment. Another iron deposit here. It's actually a great place to be to get our mining up. Nice, we're starting to get a heavy stone. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, been talking about PC parts for a while now, since the new year. But if you're new to the playthrough, my old PC had like a 1070 in it. So it's like 7-year-old video card, 8-year-old. I think the last time I upgraded my PC was 2017. My processor's like 10 years old. And there's like a little clicking sound it was making. Talk to me. Which kind of started around November of 2024. So I was kind of worried that it was going to break down before the new video cards came out. which was in February, March. 50 series came out. Pretty big disappointment, I must say. You know, obviously, you know, the upgrade to the 5090 upgrade was amazing, but the prices and the availability of the cards has been pretty rough. But yeah, I have a pretty old PC, so I was due for an upgrade. I'm actually kind of shocked that my 1070 lasted this long. Currently playing on that computer right now. So that's like, what, 5 generations? Almost. And I clearly like to stick with the 70 series cards. I've never been like an 80 series guy or 90. The 70s have always been considered the best bang for your buck cards that give you decent, pretty good value. Like the 5070 Ti is comparable to a 4080 Super. Pretty much the same card. The sad thing is, like, you can't even get a 4080 Super. Like, if you look for one. I thought that was kind of annoying when I was looking. Like, all the 40 series cards, you just can't find. They don't make them anymore. So the only way you can get them is off the used market. And that's just jacked up. So I guess that's the cool thing about cards. Like, if you bought like a 4090 or a 4080 or a 4080 Super, most likely those cards are holding up their value still. Like, you could probably sell them for this.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
For the same price that you bought them. The only benefit of like waiting now is that processors have gotten a lot better. Like the AMD's processors are pretty amazing. And that factors in to your FPS,
yes,
actually.
My barbecued buzzard wings are a favorite. The sauce is rich and the meat is tangy, and the smell will bring the hungry running from miles away. I have everything I need to cook up a batch. Everything, except the buzzard wings. If you want some, then get me the buzzard wings. Bring me enough, and I might even share the recipe with you.
Alright, so there we go. Now we can slay buzzards. But yeah, supposedly the processors can't, like the 5090, the processors, the best processors today can't keep up with the 5090. So they don't even have processors that can keep up with these like super high-end cards. Like pretty much only 5090, I would assume. So there's a little bit of like FPS drop if you have like a processor that doesn't, you know, keep up with the video card. So it slows it down, and then you have FPS drop, which is, you know, frames per second. So I wanted to make sure I got a pretty good processor, because clearly it's important. I probably didn't need to get the 9800X3D. Like, I think that was a little overkill, to be honest. But I got that just in case I decide to upgrade my video card in the future. But the problem with video cards now is supposedly they're having trouble bringing down power consumption while also being able to give you that, you know, insane performance. So what's going on now is if you can get a better video card, but it's going to juice power. That's why we're starting to see like these 1200, 1400 watt power supplies. So I'm interested to see what the next generation's like, if they find a way to reduce power consumption, but also, you know, give out that amazing performance that the 5090 is currently delivering. Now, power consumption from... Look at all this. I come here, I leave, and now it's flooded. Yeah, everybody knows this spot. Well, it's all good. We'll just stick with the coyotes. So we'll see what happens with that. Because, you know, that affects your... You know, your power... You know, your power bill, electric bill at the end of the year, end of the month, right? And people don't want to be, you know, jacking that up. Because depending on where you live, it can get pretty bad. So that's another reason why I went with the 5070 Ti. Like, the power consumption from it isn't that bad. It's actually pretty good. And it's a good combo with the processor I have. The processor should run well with that. But I think I went a little overkill on the processor, to be honest. Yeah, it's got a good buff here. There we go, we got a buzzard wing. Not bad. So let's see how we're doing with the quest so far. Our bags are getting a little bit full, so I want to go back and sell some junk. So where's the Badlands here? So we got all the whoa, 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 whoa. They were chasing me there for a second. So we need 9 more coyote fangs, 4 more gizzards, and 2 more buzzard wings. And yeah, I also want to say thank everybody who, you know, watches the channel. Like, thank you for watching, because it did contribute quite a bit to the PC. I know I don't ask for like I don't do like subscriptions or anything like that, but for people who've been watching for a while and, you know, maybe an ad comes up, thanks for, you know, tuning in, because it does help out quite a bit. It's added up over the years. I don't make much, but it does it does help. So I am grateful, and thank you to everybody who tunes in. Some people ask me why I don't do subscriptions or anything like that. I just don't really think that I can at the moment. Like, I don't think I can offer like I'm offering something that's worth me asking for a subscription. And I don't really, you know, I'm not in a position where I like can't say like, well, obviously, you know, like I'm not just, it's not in a position where I like feel like I should ask, right? Now, if I started streaming and I guess putting out more content, then maybe I would, and doing like more community stuff. But I never really got into that. And it also kind of like intimidates me a bit asking, because then you kind of feel like you owe the people that are paying, you know, a level of service and quality, right? When they're paying you money. That's why I just never asked. I just don't want that feeling or responsibility. But some people have asked, like, are you gonna do a subscription or anything like that? I'm like, no. Like, over the years, a few people have asked, not too many. Still a pretty small channel. I think that's another reason too. Like, pretty small channel, man. Like, it's not really worth, you know, asking, man. If you want to watch, just watch. If you don't, you know, you don't. It's just a channel where I'm like, just show my WoW journeys, pretty much, my journeys through games. I'm just having fun while doing it, sharing my experience. And the content's pretty easy to make. Like, I just, you know, cut the front, cut the back, add like an outro, and that's the video, right? It doesn't take much to edit this stuff. That's why you're able to put out so much content per week. I think I'm putting out like 21 videos a week right now. But it's pretty much, it seems like it's mostly like streaming content, I think this is like, but I just don't have a chat. And I've thought about doing streaming, but I can't commit to a schedule at the moment. So the flexibility of videos it's just better for me. And I also like that I'm able to like create sort of like a catalog of videos, or like where I'm like kind of documenting it, you know, because if you stream, it all just goes away. I think on YouTube they do keep it though, which is cool. But on Twitch, if you stream, eventually your streams get deleted, and then all those memories and just kind of you know, fade away. That's why I kind of like YouTube more than Twitch. And YouTube's more looked at as more of a video platform than a streaming platform, right? But yeah, I'll stop talking about this stuff. Get back to the game. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for anybody who's been tuning in for a while, or even if you're new, it's just thanks for tuning in and just keeping me going. You know what I mean? Just, you guys tuning in does, you know, motivate me to keep making the content. Yeah, and I hope we can keep going for a while. I've been doing this for 6 years. It's kind of crazy. I think coming up on 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Pretty soon. Started doing consistent Let's Play videos May 1st, 2019. Like and I haven't missed a day since then. Just kept posting at least a video a day. And I've enjoyed it. It's fun. It's a fun hobby, man. I'm really happy that I jumped in and gave it a chance. It's cool meeting like other gamers and stuff. I actually met a couple people that have just like, you know, were watching the channel and started gaming with each other like touch. It's pretty cool. And then, you know, people in the comments I've been chatting it up with about games for a long time now.
What do you need?
Let's sell all this junk we got here. We're making a little bit of coin. We're getting our coin back up. That's good. I think that's... Our bags are pretty damn full. The elemental earth we can't really do anything with. It's a shame we're just going to vendor it, but it is what it is. But the rest of the items I think are mostly just quest items. All right, guys. Well, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Next episode, we will continue questing in the Badlands, guys. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.